In 1546, the Archbishop of St Andrews and one of the most powerful political figures in 16th-century Scotland, Cardinal James Beaton, was murdered in his own castle. This shocking event set off a chain of events that would change the course of Scottish history, and it is still remembered today as a turning point in the country's religious and political landscape. The Cardinal was a controversial figure, to say the least. He was a staunch defender of the Catholic Church and a fierce opponent of the Protestant Reformation that was sweeping through Europe. He was also a political power player, serving as the Lord Chancellor of Scotland, and a trusted advisor to the Scottish King, James V. But his ruthless tactics and uncompromising beliefs had earned him many enemies, particularly among the Scottish reformers. In May 1546, a group of Protestant reformers led by Norman Leslie, the Master of Wraths, broke into St Andrew's Castle, where Cardinal Beaton was staying. They managed to capture the Cardinal and hold him hostage, hoping to use him as a bargaining chip to secure the release of several Protestant leaders, who were being held in Edinburgh Castle. But things quickly took a dark turn. The reformers soon grew tired of waiting for the release of their comrades, and tensions between them and the Cardinal's supporters escalated. In the early hours of May 29, the reformers stormed the Cardinal's chambers and brutally murdered him, stabbing him multiple times and leaving his body to hang from the window. The murder of Cardinal Beaton was a shock to the entire country, and it set off a wave of violence that would last for years. The Cardinal's supporters, led by his nephew David Beaton, retaliated by attacking Protestant strongholds and executing many of the reformers. The country was plunged into a bloody civil war that would eventually culminate in the Scottish Reformation, the breakaway from the Catholic Church and the establishment of the Presbyterian Church of Scotland. The murder of Cardinal Beaton was a turning point in Scottish history, and it had far-reaching consequences that are still felt today. It marked the beginning of a long and bloody struggle between the Catholic and Protestant factions in Scotland, and it set the stage for the religious and political upheavals that would dominate the country for centuries to come.